Hello friend and welcome back to my channel Leo Tech. In this video we are going to learn about how to create a modern navbar using pure HTML, CSS and JavaScript. As you can see on the browser, we have a modern navbar and let's see how it is functioning. Here we have a glider which have sliding animation effect. If you are looking to build something like this, then you are on right place. Let's get started and stay with me till the video ends. Okay, let's start and create a basic HTML file. Let's generate a basic boilerplate of HTML code. And also change its title into Modern Navbar. Okay, now let's take a navbar element and create a container inside it for our main navbar items. But before that, let's add an image for brand logo. It's just a basic image tag which is optional in our navbar. You can edit it according to your preferences. Let's also start our local live server side by side of the editor, so that we can see live changes. Now we are going to add an element for navbar container. Inside of this navbar container, let's create an alt tag with class navlist. Also create some list items for our navbar icons. Let's make 3 more list items with different name. And finally, let's create an element for our main glider effect and add class glider to it. Okay, that's all for HTML part. Let's continue on the styling part of this navbar. Let's create a new file for CSS and write some style for nicer user interface. Before writing any code, we have to link it in our HTML page inside head section. I'm adding a Google font pop-in for the text. You can choose whatever you like. We are using an import method for this. Let's very first we make some variables for body background, navbar background, border radius and text color inside root. These variables we are going to use later in this style sheet. These can easily editable from one place. Okay, now let's add some global style to our HTML page. Margin, padding, box sizing and font family, which will be applied to our entire HTML page. Let's change body background color. Okay, now style our navbar. We need to make a display flex and align items flex end, as well as make the logo to the left and list items to the right by using justify content property. Also make gradient background. Let's add some padding to our logo. Make our main navbar container display flex and its position to relative. Now let's style our navbar items. Please follow my style to make similar design. Let's hide the bullets of list items. And now let's add some styling to our anchor tags. This is an important step, so please follow my code to make similar effects. Now on the mouse over, let's add some transformation for the motion effect or anchor tag. You can see the motion effect. So far so good. I hope you are still with me. Now let's add some style to our glider. These are also important steps, so please follow them. We need to add pseudo-style for before and after element placement, which will give us curve list items. We will not see much different at the moment, but when we add our JavaScript code it will make a sense to out Navbar. Glider before and after style have some minor differences. Box shadow and border radius is the key factor for curve design. At this moment you can't see the glider, because we will going to create its width and position using JavaScript, so that it will match to its parent element. Okay, let's create a separate JavaScript file and import it into our HTML template. Okay, now in JavaScript file, let's first store our list items, Navbar container and glider inside 3 different variables. For this we are going to use inbuilt JavaScript function query selector. For glider styling, let's create a function and name it as setGliderStyle. Using the parent element for glider position and width. We will use this function on Navbar items click event. Let's create a variable and name it position from left. Inside it let's get offset left position of parent element. Now let's style the glider position from left of parent element and with same as its parent element. This function will be called 2 times. First of all, every time of page load. And second on click event of navbar items. Now let's add a map to the items list. At this point, we need to check for the active item and call the function setGliderStyle and make its position and width same as active item. Now you can see the glider is set on the current active item. It's looking very cool at the moment. Now we only need to do is move the glider on click event of list items of navbar. For this we will create an add event listener on each item click and inside of it create a function which will create another for each loop. And check if the current element is clicked element, then set the glider position and width to the current clicked element. Also add class active to the current clicked navbar item. And remove active class from all other navbar items. That's all for the JavaScript code. Now it should work as we want it to work. As you can see, the glider sliding effect is working pretty well. But the text style for active anchor tag is not good. I think I missed some styling to it. So let's add some different style to active anchor tag. Add some text shadow. Black to the bottom side and white to the top side will make it look like 3D text. Okay. I think it's done now. Our modern navbar with curved tabs is completed now. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. I've seen in many codes we can't click the tabs at the curved point. But in my code you can click at the corner of the slider to switch to different tab. If you need this code, GitHub link will be in the description box. See you next time in the upcoming videos. Your queries are most welcome. Please do like, share and subscribe for more helpful videos. Happy coding and thank you.